Hey guys, this is Mike from Digital Strategies, and in this video, I'm going to guide you where you can get your first magic token in the Treasure ecosystem. But before we do that, we need to understand what is Arbitrum One Network and why it is important in the Treasure ecosystem. So Arbitrum One is a layer 2 chain on the Ethereum network that aims to hasten transaction speeds and decrease cost while retaining the safety and security of the Ethereum blockchain. Gas fees are paid using Arbitrum Ethereum or AETH and cost a fraction of Ethereum gas fees. For example, gas prices on a USDT transfer on Ethereum Layer 1 costs around 10 times more than the Arbitrum One Layer 2 network. This is due to Arbitrum One adopting a proof of stake mechanism rather than proof of work, which is what the current Ethereum Layer 1 network uses. So getting into Arbitrum and getting our first AETH. So before we start, go to bridge.arbitrum.io and click the Add L2 network on the upper right corner of the web page. After that, we will have already successfully added our Arbitrum One network to our MetaMask, as you can see here. So we have two main ways of getting Arbitrum: via fiat currency using Binance or via other cryptocurrencies using the Arbitrum bridge. First, we are going to tackle using fiat to getting our AETH. So getting AETH from Binance is a very simple process. First, make sure you have a verified Binance account, which you could see here. I have a verified Binance account. After you have verified your Binance account, we go to P2P trading. On mobile, we press the P2P trading just above the crypto price ticker. But if you cannot find the P2P trading button there, you can also go to wallets in the lower right corner. After that, look for your funding wallet and then press the P2P. On desktop, however, you just need to hover over the Buy Crypto menu on the top section and choose P2P trading. So Binance P2P is a way to use fiat or real-world currency to buy or sell selected cryptocurrencies. Take note that you will be dealing with a third-party buyer or seller and that Binance will not be liable for any lost funds if you do not follow instructions, so be very careful when using the P2P feature. With that said, you can also use the Express function when buying crypto and just let Binance do the work for you. But expect higher prices because even though they do not collect fees at the moment, P2P still has favorable prices and high-rated buyers and sellers are relatively safe. So before you start, select your preferred currency, which is on the top right corner on mobile, and as you can see here on desktop, you could choose from multiple currencies from USD to Chinese Yuan and PHP. If you click on USD, we can now proceed to purchasing our Ethereum. So first, we click ETH here on the upper corner. We make sure we are on the Buy tab, so we could see the current prices of ETH from multiple sellers. You should check if the buyer's limit is on the range of the amount of crypto you are going to buy or going to sell. And make sure that your preferred payment method is available. When buying using bank deposit or wire transfer, you should use your own bank account, which means your name on Binance should match the name on your bank account. Here are some quick tips. When buying ETH, make sure you send your payment proof via chat to make sure that you have proof that you have transferred your fees to the buyer. After buying ETH, we go to our wallet, we go to our funding wallet, and now we click withdraw. You will now be taken to the withdraw page where you should paste your MetaMask address. After buying ETH, we now go to our funding wallet and we click withdraw. First, select the coin, which is ETH or Ethereum, and then make sure to paste your MetaMask address here. And for the network, we are now going to choose Arbitrum. 0.0003 ETH will be deducted from your withdrawn amount as Binance network fees. And once the transaction is approved, your ETH will now reflect on your Arbitrum wallet, which now you could use to swap to Magic. If we already have our cryptocurrency and we want to convert that cryptocurrency to AETH, what we need to use is the Arbitrum One bridge. The Arbitrum One bridge is where we can transfer our ETH from the Layer 1 Ethereum network to the Layer 2 Arbitrum 1 network. The process is fairly easy. First, you press Login and select MetaMask. A notification would pop up where you could select which account you want to connect to the Arbitrum bridge. Make sure you connect the account with the ETH. After connecting, your new Layer 1 balance would now reflect here, and you can now input the amount of ETH you want to transfer to Layer 2. Moving ETH from Layer 1 to Layer 2 will take a few minutes, but if you want to transfer from Layer 2 to Layer 1, it would approximately take around 8 days to transfer back. So you need to keep this in mind. Also, using this method will incur L1 gas fees. At around 0.003, it will be significantly higher than the 0.0003 incurred by the Binance method earlier. And after confirming your transaction, your AETH will be available on your Arbitrum wallet. So now we're on the easy part, which is converting our AETH to Magic. We can use any AMM or DEXs to swap your ETH to Magic, but I like to keep it simple and just use SushiSwap. So first, we go to app.sushi.com. Make sure we connect our wallet. Click MetaMask. And the same pop-up will be shown that we could select which account we're going to connect. On the upper right corner, you would see a logo. Make sure to press that and then select the Arbitrum network. We're going to allow the SushiSwap site to switch our network for us. You could also do it manually by going to the MetaMask extension and just changing the network from the extension itself. Next, we're going to select ETH as our token, and then we're going to select Magic, and now we could do the swap. We input how much we want to transfer, and that will be the amount of ETH we're going to get. When you confirm the amount of Magic you want, click swap, and then you're done. After a few seconds, your Magic will reflect on your wallet. Do note that there will be a fee for the liquidity provider of SushiSwap at around 0.3%. After confirming your swap, your Magic will now be available on your wallet. And now that you have Magic, you can now explore the TreasureDAO ecosystem. My suggestion would be to first check out the Treasure Marketplace and see which project catches your attention. If you'd like to learn more about Bridgeworld, we have a playlist that you can check out. I will be linking it in the description below. You can also check out the ecosystem section of the marketplace, where you will see multiple third-party projects such as Bottlefly and Tales of Valeria that we also tackled on another video. We're also going to release some Toadstools content soon, so be sure to subscribe so that you'll be informed when it's out. If you guys like the content we produce, be sure to like, comment, and also subscribe to our YouTube channel. And be sure to check out our Facebook and Twitter, where we frequently post crypto-related content.